Thank you for being with this trial today. I would like to start with the first question. You know that 2022 marks the sad 40 years anniversary of the Hama Massacre. And to date, the perpetrators of the massacre remain unpunished. And I wanted to ask you, why is the prosecution of the perpetrators of this massacre still important for the Syrian people?
It's still important for sure. First of all, it's still important to me personally. I am from Hama, and I was there in 1981, and I saw a lot of crimes, war crimes in Hama that times. And it's still important to Syrians because from these crimes start the crimes of Assad regime in the high level. From the high level. And it's not about what Rifaat did, it's about the regime did. Because when we explain what happened in Hama, that don't charge Rifaat Assad as person, it's charge Hafiz Assad and all the high-ranking officers in Syria who cooperate with this crime.
And you know that Trial International has been involved in the fight against impunity of Syrian perpetrators, mostly by filing a criminal complaint against Rifaat Al-Assad when he was in Switzerland back in 2013. And so it's been 9 years today that the investigation is ongoing. Can you remember a bit of your feelings when you heard that there was a criminal complaint against him opened in Switzerland?
I was so happy. There is some organization, some side who care about Hama Massacre, and it was to me the point to start following all the criminals and all the criminals, in fact, in Syria who committed crimes after 2011. They put a symbol. Rifaat Al-Assad live in Europe from 40 years and nobody touch him. Why somebody will touch us in the future? For that, open investigation against him was so important, and I was so happy about hearing some effort try to open like this investigation.
And there were some investigation and prosecution against him in France, and actually he got convicted at the it was I think last year in appeal.
Yeah.
And, but however, he managed to return back to Syria. What does that mean to you? And to
I think he escaped or he ran away from Switzerland, not from France, because in France the charge is not big crime. So, and his age is over 86. They will not put him in jail for this anyway because his age. So, and the appeal will take 1 year or more in Supreme Court. It's not so urgent to run away. But after the last investigation happened in Switzerland, he afraid from Switzerland arrest warrant. For that, he ran away fast. To Syria. He not run away from French court. He ran away really. I believe it's he ran away from properly arrest warrant issued from Switzerland investigator.
Do you have any information about him recently? We know
he in Damascus now. He is in Damascus now, and he sometimes traveled to Latakia and back to Damascus. But I think he is engaged now in Syria. He's not happy. I suppose the jail in Europe, best to him, personally, best to him to back to Syria. But keep Hama Massacre secret. The file don't open. It's interest for the regime, for Bashar al-Assad himself, and for the family. Because as I told you, open trial about Hama Massacre, it will be open against all the family. For that, they keep all their difference or their fighting between themselves out to bring him to Syria or allowed him to back to Syria to keep this trial and this file closed.
If we look at Europe, you know better than me that there have been some other trials about Syria. It's good that these people are being judged in foreign countries, like in Germany or like the case ongoing.
For sure. For sure. We don't want to achieve whole transitional justice in Europe. I don't believe with that. But we need to send message for all the criminals. You cannot have, the Syrian constitution and the Syrian laws give immunity for all the criminals from the military, from the security, president himself, policeman. All of them have immunity in Syrian laws. So they was very comfortable about committed all these horrible crimes, and they believe nobody can touch them. So it's so important to send message, you're not safe anymore.
How do you think activists or NGOs could be even more efficient? What should they do to be more efficient in the fight against impunity in Syria?
The Syrian revolution and the crimes committed in Syria have most huge documentation in whole the world. And the Syrian organization do a lot of document all these crimes. The problem, it's not about Syrian organization work. Syrian lawyers or Syrian organization cannot achieve cases to the legal authorities in Switzerland or in Germany or so we need trial, we need ECCHR in Berlin, we need civil rights defender in Sweden, we need the organization and lawyer who can help us and represent the victims and the witnesses in front of the legal authorities, just judge or investigator. So it's need a lot of cooperating.
No, that's true. I think it's a collective effort. And that I think that's what you're saying. Many things have been done and can still be done. Clearly,
yeah, for sure.
Do you want to add a message to anyone?
I want to send message to all the victims. You're brave. The criminals be strong because our fear. The criminals be strong because we don't do action against them. So how much we will be brave, how the criminals will be weak. Don't let them be more strong. Let them more weak. Do action against them, and that it will be save others to be victims like you.